Clanton is about an hour south of Birmingham in rural Alabama, and it's where Jason Abraham has lived his entire life.
Rural life is really unique. You may have to yell very loudly, or in some cases, you might actually have to drive for your neighbor to hear you. But all the neighbors here love to help each other out.
One day, as Jason is driving his work truck, he comes upon an unusual sighting.
I was driving about 4 to 4.5 miles from my house.
As Jason is driving through the neighborhood, he sees a small puppy run into the middle of the road, and there's no adult in sight.
I'm an animal lover. That's probably a big reason why I turned around to save the dog. But as I pull up, I see this child that approximately 13, 14 months old. And she was just hysterically crying. It was odd to see an unattended child that close to the roadside. As I walked towards her, the dog was going crazy. She held her arms up, and the dog pushed me towards her, and I put her in my arms. And it was at that moment that I realized I don't know what to do. I decided the proper thing to do would be to call the police, but I did not have my cell phone on me. And that meant a trip back to this company van, this creepy van with out-of-state plates. And I just knew someone was going to see me carrying this crying baby back to my van and probably attack me or try to shoot me. I did make it back to the van safely and made the phone call. During the time of waiting for the police, I saw a neighbor 2 houses down. I asked if she knew who lived at this house.
The woman immediately recognizes the child and leads them to the correct house.
Someone came out. They were hysterical. Little girl stretched her arms out, and I let her take the child from me. She had 2 children that she was looking after that day. She had just put them down for a nap, and she had fallen asleep. Her oldest child opened the door to go next door to see a relative, and that allowed the youngest child to crawl out. And it also allowed their family pet to follow her out. It was just a freak accident.
With the child safe at home, Jason posts the dashcam video online, and after more than 50 million views, he still refuses to take credit for the rescue.
I absolutely don't think of myself as a hero. To me, the real hero is that little dog. Had that dog not behaved the way that that dog did, I would have never been there to help.
And even though nobody's hurt during this incident, Jason still sees a lesson that can be learned from his experience with a very neighborly dog that day.
It's going to help remind parents and grandparents and babysitters to be a little extra diligent and lock that top lock on the door, because children can be escape artists.